Welcome to our Nuxeo University course on searches. In this course, we'll show you how to manage searches in the Nuxeo Platform and make them available to your users in the Nuxeo Web UI. We'll introduce you to the main concepts, show you how to configure searches using Nuxeo Studio, and cover the standard processes to follow. The Nuxeo Platform stores documents and their property values in a database. This information is also indexed in an Elasticsearch index. When performing searches in Nuxeo, you can run the queries either against the database index or the Elasticsearch index. Unless you need the information to be completely up to date, we strongly recommend that you use Elasticsearch index for several reasons. For one, the Elasticsearch search engine is faster and more scalable. You'll also benefit from features such as aggregates and hints. And finally, Elasticsearch handles complex queries with advanced filtering options and parameters. If you want to configure a search in Nuxeo, first you'll have to create a page provider. A page provider is an object that allows you to retrieve items with pagination facilities. They aren't linked to any interface, so you can use them across Nuxeo Web UI, REST API calls, or any Nuxeo client. A page provider is essentially the basic query executed against the Nuxeo repository with a specified number of results per page or maximum number of results and variables. It can also include predicates to provide additional search criteria on top of the initial query filter, aggregates to allow real-time filtering on search criteria, and ordering of search results. The search form and the display of the search results are configured separately as they're specific to each UI. Let's see how this is organized in Nuxeo Studio. Nuxeo Studio has two areas: the modeler, where you can implement the general search logic using page providers, and the designer, where you design the search form as well as the search results screen in Nuxeo's default UI, Nuxeo Web UI. A link is available on your page provider definition to easily jump to the corresponding page provider's design configuration. If you don't see the designer button, it's probably because Web UI isn't selected as a target package. Studio Designer is also useful when creating a search form for an external application, like a CRM or a corporate website, because you can reuse the generated elements. Let's sum up the process of the search configuration. First, write the original query to retrieve documents. It's a good idea to check that the query gives the expected results. The query should be written in NXQL, the Nuxeo query language. To check your query, you can either use the NXQL menu from the administration menu, or test your query within the Nuxeo DevTools browser extension. To ensure the best performance and relevance, add as many query parameters as needed to exclude, for example, any documents in the trash bin, any version documents, or documents with a particular document type. Once your query is defined, you can create your page providers in Nuxeo Studio's modeler. Then you can tune it with predicates, aggregates, and other advanced options. Your page provider is now defined and can be reused in any context. Click on the Configure Layouts and Designer button to configure your search form and results page in the Web UI with Studio Designer. Create a form with all the criteria you wish to make accessible to other users. Then customize the table results with the visual editor. Your configuration is now finished. You can deploy your Studio project to your Nuxeo instance, test your query, and adapt your configuration if needed. In the next video, we'll explore in detail how to create a page provider in Nuxeo Studio Modeler.